Back in June, I made a video describing an alternative to the traditional webcam setup of having a webcam mounted on top of a monitor. This solution involves plugging in your phone, tablet, or other mobile device into your PC in order to use that device as a webcam. If you're interested in that video, here's a card in the upper right-hand corner. Personally, that solution only got me so far, as after some online classes, I realized that using my phone isn't really a great solution, especially since it's so temporary, so I decided to finally bite the bullet and buy an actual full-blown webcam. However, at the time, pretty much every single name brand webcam was either completely out of stock or price gouged through the roof, so I had to pick from some no-name Chinese imported webcams that were super cheap and just kind of take a gamble with it. All these webcams seem to have a very similar generic looking design, as well as varying reviews, anywhere from 5 stars being a great webcam to 1 star being just a piece of junk. So after an entire semester of online college classes through Zoom and occasional video calls on Discord with my friends, here are my thoughts on what this webcam can do. Welcome to STOPSPEC, your one-stop shop for tech content. And if you're new around here, we upload tech videos every week, so if that sounds like your thing, feel free to hit that red subscribe button below. So the webcam I ended up purchasing on Amazon was titled Full HD 1080p Webcam, Microphone Laptop USB PC Webcam, HD Full Gaming Computer Camera, Recording Pro Video Web Camera for Calling, Conferencing, 100-degree Live Streaming Widescreen Webcam. So obviously I didn't really have any real expectations, as there was no clear branding on the title of this and the specifications were very vague. And also the photos on the Amazon page were very weird. They didn't show any actual video or photos from the webcam. It was simply just the webcam itself photoshopped onto various laptops or monitors. So that in itself I thought was a little bit sketchy, but I thought that the $20 price tag justified it. So the box that the webcam ended up coming in was really no surprise at all in comparison to what the Amazon page showed. There's plenty of misspelled words and confusing statements, like it says, make your miss distance shorter, multi-person meeting, classroom teaching video, video chat, and bank counters. What? So obviously these webcams were definitely just kind of pushed and rushed for the pandemic to get people the webcams that they need. Aside from the box exterior, the webcam was packed perfectly fine. There was no damage to it that I noticed. Eventually my brother actually ended up getting a webcam as well, for the exact same price point, and his ended up coming in a box that was extremely similar to mine, which I guess isn't that big of a surprise because these companies do outsource pretty much every single aspect of their product, but I just thought it'd be something worth pointing out. Anyways, onto the webcam itself. In general, I'd say pretty much every aspect of this webcam is passable. You get pretty much the bare minimum, it gets the job done, and obviously if you're buying a $20 to $30 webcam, you're not expecting to get DSLR quality, video quality, or anything like that, but there's just some things about the video quality and build quality that I think are worth noting. This webcam's image quality is really nothing spectacular. It simply provides the bare minimum to be present in a video call, and that's about it. I'd almost argue that this webcam has worse image quality than the webcam on my laptop, which is crammed into a tiny pill-sized keyboard key. And although the lighting situation in my room is not the best when it comes to providing the camera with an adequate amount of light, the image quality is nowhere near what is shown in the promotional photos. Yes, the webcam might provide a 1080p full HD on paper, but the actual sharpness of the camera is not fantastic. Also, with a 110-degree viewing angle, others in your video call will pretty much be able to see the majority of your surroundings. My PC setup is in a fairly small room, so pretty much 70% of my room is in frame when using this webcam. So if you're keen on privacy or simply just not having to tidy up your entire area anytime you want to jump on a video call, I'd recommend purchasing a webcam with a much smaller viewing angle. Like I said before, it is a little bit unfair of me to be ripping on a webcam of this price, as you shouldn't really be expecting DSLR quality from a webcam as inexpensive as this. However, I do think it's worth noting these things because this might help you decide whether you want to go with a name brand webcam or settle for one of these no-name imported webcams. When it comes to the build quality of this webcam, there are a few issues that I have with it. Firstly, the webcam itself is huge. I sort of expected it to be the size of one of those Logitech C920X webcams, which are moderately sized and fairly thin, but I was very wrong. Here it is mounted on top of my monitor, which is 32 inches, keep in mind, so the proportions are kind of weird and the webcam seems really large in comparison to my monitor, and it sort of just sticks out like a sore thumb. The size of the webcam doesn't really bother me all that much, just based on the images and things like that. I was expecting something a little bit smaller and more low profile, and I didn't end up getting that, so it's just something that I had to accept and move on with. To continue with the webcam's build quality, the mounting system doesn't get much better either. This webcam, like most, relies on gravity to keep itself mounted on a TV, monitor, or laptop. However, this mounting system doesn't really do a great job with it. The hinge of the mounting bracket is simply just too loose to stay fixed in one spot. It seems like the mount doesn't even support the weight of the webcam because of the webcam's size and the mounting mechanism's poor design. This might just be because I'm a stickler on cable management and have the webcam cable pulled pretty taut behind my monitor, but it seems like every single time I want to use the webcam, it's angled up and I have to adjust it down, and then after I adjust it back down onto my face, it slowly seeps up and angles towards the ceiling. So is a $20 to $30 imported no-name webcam worth it? Throughout this video it may seem like I can't really recommend this to anyone, but I definitely can recommend it to some. If you're someone who has occasional video calls for work or online Zoom classes for school and are on a pretty tight budget, I would definitely recommend a webcam like this to you. They vary in price, usually from $20 to $40, and with that price tag you get passable quality. However, if you are intending to use a webcam for a more professional purpose, like live streaming or like making YouTube videos, I simply can't recommend this type of webcam to you in good conscience. There are much better options out there if you're interested in purchasing a webcam for content creation, especially if you're really serious about it. And with that little bit of investment, you'll get better image quality from a name brand, which is much more reliable and trustworthy. So that's gonna do it for this video. If you're new around here and you're interested in more tech content like this, feel free to subscribe down below. We upload weekly tech content varying anywhere from camera gear to music production to Raspberry Pi videos and much more. Anyways, that's about it. I'm Connor and this is STOPSPEC. We'll see you next week.